Hello everyone and welcome to Nervous Nessie. Today I wanted to talk about something that most people don't realize when it comes to traveling, and that is you need to take whatever credit card or debit card you use to book your travel with you on your trip. And we're going to get into why that matters. So stay tuned. Let me present a scenario to you. You have booked your trip. You are now on your trip. You have flown to another country. You have enjoyed your trip. It has been the trip of a lifetime. And now you're going to come back to your home country. And whenever you get to the airport, you go to get your boarding passes and you're denied. You can't get your boarding pass. Why? Because the credit card that you used to book your flight, you left at home. And you need that credit card in order to get your boarding passes. And now you're stuck in a whole other country. This has actually happened to a lot of people. And they don't put that in the fine print. Now, every airline is different. Every country is different. So it is always best to bring the card that you booked your flight, your hotel, your rental car. Bring that card with you on your trip. Because the last thing that you want to do is to get there and they're like, okay, well, we need to see that card. I don't have that card with me. I left it at home for safety. Well, we can't do anything unless we have that card. Well, what do you want me to do? Like, here's a new card. Book it on this card. We can't. You don't want that to happen to you. So make sure whenever you travel, you bring the cards that you booked, whatever it is you booked for your trip, and that way you are set. If, let's say, a particular card you used for whatever reason you really do not want to bring with you on your trip. Maybe it is a credit card that has a very high limit and you're afraid that if you lose it, you're going to end up, someone's going to rack up a whole big debt on that credit card. Or maybe it's some other reason why you don't want to bring that credit card. At the very least, take a picture of the credit card front and back and have it on your phone with you. If you have to, even print it out on a piece of paper and put it in your wallet. That way you have some kind of picture of it. Because every once in a while in that scenario where the airline or the hotel or whatever, if they really must see that card, you might be able to sweet talk them into being okay with a picture of the card. Some people have had to call back home to friends and family and say, hey, I need you to send me a picture of this. That way they can prove that the name on the card matches the name on the ID that I have, or whatever it may be. So if you don't want to bring the physical card with you on your trip, at the very least, have a picture of the card front and back. Another thing for you to consider whenever you're booking your trip is if, let's say, you don't want to take a whole bunch of credit cards with you on your trip, book everything on one credit card. That way you only have to take the one card with you. Now, I know people may have different limits on their cards, or maybe they have a card that they get more points for flights and a different card they get more points for a hotel, whatever it may be. And so they split it up into different credit cards for the one trip. But if you want to be on the safe side, then put everything onto one credit card and take that one credit card with you on your trip. Another thing to keep in mind is, yes, a debit card is linked to your bank and it is money. It is money, just like a credit card is money. But Know that in some countries, a debit card may not be accepted. So yes, you may have booked a hotel on your debit card and that holds that hotel. But when you get to the hotel, there is the possibility that they say, we don't accept debit cards. And now what are you going to do? If they have the reservation underneath that debit card number and they just saw it as a debit card, then they may not accept a new card. I had a friend that came from another country into the United States, and their card was actually a card I've never heard of before. It was a debit and credit card. So you could use it as both. Now, a lot of times in the United States, a debit card, you can push the button and choose the option of a credit card so you can bypass the PIN. But this card was different. It was a completely different setup. And so they had booked their rental car with that card. And then when they came to the United States and went to pick up their rental car, the rental car company said, we only accept credit cards, and this card says debit. And they're like, but it's both. It actually says on here that it's both debit and credit. And turns out they weren't able to use that card at all. They ended up losing the reservation. They had to rebook a brand new car while they're standing there under a separate credit card. And because they're doing it at the last second, the price shot way up. They basically ended up having to pay double. So whenever you're going to book things, be careful with that. Not everyone accepts a debit card, even if it says on there that it is a debit and credit card. The last thing that you want to do is to go on a trip and have some kind of an issue with the hotel, the airline, the car rental service rejecting you because you don't have the proper debit or credit card with you. So I'm hoping that these tips will help you avoid situations that can turn into a very costly or time-consuming problem. If you have had any of these issues happen to you, feel free to leave a comment below. I would love to hear your story. If you have any questions, I could try to look a little more into the debit credit card issue if you need me to, but feel free to leave those questions below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Bye.